What's up, guys? Jay Thor from Flexwork Fitness here. 3 days out from Christmas. Get to eat all the bad stuff I want. Not true. I still eat relatively healthy on the holidays. But I had actually had a Christmas gift that I would like to pass along with you guys. So what it is it's a healthy recipe cookbook through one of the accreditations that I'm certified through. If you guys are interested, I've checked it out. It's pretty cool. It's very short. I mean, you're not going to get too many recipes. I think there's 10 in there. But if you want to just shoot me a message, let me know what your email is, and I'll definitely shoot that over to you. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to share it, so I'm not going to publicly put it out there what it is. But if you are interested, let me know. I'm actually walking around Monroeville Park right now, and I feel like this would be a good time for me to talk about the different forms of cardio. So the two forms of cardio that I mainly do, I actually don't know if there's other categories, so I'm just going to say these two, which is H.I.I.T, which is HIIT training, and then LISS, which is low intensity steady state training. So what does that mean? So H.I.I.T is where we are exerting maximal effort in a given amount of time, and then we're taking a rest interval, whether it's a complete rest or whether we're actually doing a low intensity exercise as a rest. So for example, one thing I do is I do prowler sled sprints. I do those for 20 seconds. I rest for 10 seconds. And that's my HIIT training. I do maybe 5 to 10 rounds. It really depends on how I'm feeling that day. I don't have a set number that I always hit. Sometimes I get just too exhausted from what I did earlier in the week. Now, HIIT training, we'll kind of go over the benefits and I guess cons you can say for that. So one of the benefits is you are burning a buttload of calories in a small amount of time. I mean, you can easily burn 500 calories in a 20-minute HIIT session if you're going kind of like full exertion. Now, that's also good for a lot of people who are busy. If you lead busy lives and you want to get the most out of your workouts in an amount of time, HIIT training's perfect for you. You're able to get your cardio in as well as that anabolic response from doing the exercise. So it actually can promote muscle building depending on where you are in your journey, whether you're beginner or advanced. One of the cons is, and it's not really a con, but it's a con for me, being that I try to put on maximal amounts of muscle. If I do a HIIT training session, I'm not hitting legs for 2-3 days. Easily 2-3 days. I'll still be sore from doing that HIIT training session. So that's going to take away from my overall muscle building workouts, because for me, leg day's that's like a date night for me, doing leg day. Me and the weights, that's our date night. It kind of detracts from that for me. And another con for it is, if you were a beginner or a sedentary exerciser, going maximal effort once might be it for you. And a lot of people don't enjoy HIIT training. If you're a recreational athlete, I should say, a lot of them really don't enjoy HIIT training because it is hard. I mean, I would say personally that I don't like it, but I do it because I know the benefits of it. So that's pretty much the takeaway with that. And then you have low intensity steady state training, which again is just as important. That's actually kind of what I'm doing right now, walking around the park, even though I'm out of breath. I was doing burpees and stuff earlier. But with the low intensity steady state training, there's a lot of benefits to that. It does have a response on the cardiorespiratory system, especially for sedentary individuals or people who don't exercise regularly. This is actually pretty good for strengthening up your heart. I employ it more so for the recovery aspect of it. So whenever you do weight training and then you actually do low intensity cardio after, it'll help actually promote that nutrient flow into the muscles that you work. So I don't know if there's any for sure studies. Some that I've read have kind of concluded that it does help with the recovery aspect, but I don't have a definite answer on that. If you've ever been on a treadmill that's newer than like 1990, you'll see different programs on there. One of them you'll see is like the fat burn zone, you'll see the cardio zone. So the fat burn is the low intensity steady state, even the cardio can kind of delve into the low intensity steady state, again, depending on the individual. So that fat burn zone is kind of deceptive, I would say. The reason is it's not the best thing for fat burning. Mind blown. It's actually probably the worst thing for fat burning. Mind blown. The reason is say we do the low intensity work and then our body burns 80% of our calories from our fat stores. That's why it's called the fat burn zone, because you're burning the majority of your calories from your fat stores. You're actually not burning that many calories overall for it to be significant. So say if we take that same amount of time, and then if you do your HIIT training session, which you can easily burn like 3 to 4 times that amount. So say you only burn 50% of your calories from your fat stores, that's still, say if you do 400, that's 200 calories. So you've burned 200 fat calories, and then you've burned 400 calories overall, if that makes any sense. So, like I said, they're both tools. I mean, it really depends on where you're at in your journey, whether you employ those tools. But like I said, I do the HIIT training and I do the low intensity steady state, and I find they're both beneficial. Now, a lot of people, that's not feasible to walk for an hour. A lot of you guys do have really hectic lives, and you can't just spend an hour on the treadmill for only like 100 calorie burn, which you probably burn a little more than that, but I don't know, I'm just thinking 100 calories. Because that's something you can easily just omit from your diet if you really needed to burn that extra 100 calories. Eat one less banana a day. It's like 110, 120 calories, as opposed to you spending an hour of your time walking on the treadmill. So for me, with LISS training, I do it directly after my workout, do maybe 10 to 20 minutes, and I actually do it in the morning for fasted training. I love fasted cardio. For me personally, I see a huge difference with it. I don't know the exact mechanics behind why it works, but it just works. So yeah, hopefully that's not too scrambled of information. I'm kind of watching my surroundings. There was like a bear around here earlier. But yeah, if you guys have any more questions, just let me know. Again, if you want that cookbook, send me a message. Give me your email and I'll send it over to you. But otherwise, happy holidays.